Hello everybody, it's Marcia from Olds and Wonders with Marcia. And today I'm going to talk to you about finding balance in the unbalanced world on the chapter, I think it was 15. The title was Dandelions. And it's by Barb Braun. Braun. Ready? Here we go. Barb, are your kids taking over the kitchen? A neighbor asked. I looked around thinking that there must have been something crazy happening behind me. It wouldn't surprise me if one of my daughters tried to make a dessert to impress the boy or to leave the kitchen a complete disaster. Could it be another animal that my son, David, you know him as Ula Seeker, is attempting to raise in the sink? I've seen it before. A litter of mice, a turtle, various birds, or even baby skunks. But to my surprise, I turned to see nothing that looked out of place. As a matter of fact, I think the kitchen looked immaculate. I loved my kitchen. The bright orange countertops, spotless, the stainless steel sink, shiny, the intense pattern laminate floor, buffed. Obviously, it was the early 80s when my neighbor was asking the question. But nevertheless, my kitchen was where we spent much of our time, and I took pride of its functionality and design. Our kitchen was truly the heart of our home. In this little room, in this little house, on this little farm in the middle of North Dakota is not only where we gathered 2 to 3 times each day to eat as a family, is where we shared our lives with each other. I can recall so many memories just sitting back and watching all the kids interact, laugh, fight, make up, pray, and tell stories of their day. In the moment, it seemed as though time stood still and these days would last forever. They don't. And although the moments faded into memories, some things they have stayed the same even to this day. The one constant is that Tony, my husband, has picked me flowers. His flower, a choice is dandelion. He has done this almost every day during the summer months for 52 years. There's a big difference between 20 and 50. 52 years. He proudly presents this little yellow flower to me with these precious words. These are for my beautiful girlfriend. Aren't you glad you met me? I sometimes act as though I'm not impressed, but secretly I am. And in all honesty, he secretly knows that I am impressed. But secretly I know that I am impressed. He walks away with a confident smirk on his face. And I quickly walk over to the sink like a flirtatious teenager, filled up a little glass jar half full of water, placed a dandelion in the jar, and set it in the window sill on display for all to see. It was like this dandelion was my neighborhood saw that day. It was this dandelion that my neighbor saw that day, and why wouldn't she question it? These are the weeds to everyone to trying to battle and kill in the spring and all throughout the summer. And I look as if I'm protecting this one flower, or should I say weed, with my life. Kids these days was my most common response when my flower was noticed by our neighbor or another. But deep down, I knew then, and I know today, that this isn't a simple word, weed in a jar. It is an expression of Tony's love for me. his ongoing pursuit of me. This dandelion and I, and this dandelion and all the dandelions since have always represent us. The yellow flower symbolizing the sun and the hope all the sunrises provides. The globe resembles the moon and reminds us to end each day in gratitude. And the dispersing seeds floating in the wind represents the stars as a reminder to always dream big regardless of your age. No matter how many times you step on a dandelion or mow it down, it comes back stronger. Just as a dandelion opens every morning, it welcomes the sun and closes every night. We are committed the last 52 years to always going to sleep with prayer, not anger, and waking up to start our day. I realize Tony will not be around forever, neither will I. He assures me that there are dandelions in heaven. I hope so, because whenever I see one, I know I'm loved. The Uller Seeker's mom, Barb, knows knows what it means to love the simple things in life. What about you? How can you protect love more authentically and accurately to the Journal of Ulla? There are 3 suggestions. 1. Love yourself. You have unique qualities that are different from anyone else, regardless of difference in you, who you are. And loving yourself for those differences not only makes the world a better place, it makes you genuine, authentic, and real. It makes you imperfectly perfect. Putting yourself down over unconsensual things, on the other hand, like the funny freckle on your cheek, or the fact that you left college to raise a family, create negative self-talk and robs you of an appreciation of the little things, of the very things that make you unique. Why not appreciate instead that you're one of a kind and can build an incredible life being 95% of perfect? Remember too that you have to love yourself before you can accept others to do so. The world is taking its cure for you. Give it the best example of how to love you by loving yourself first. Unconditionally love others is number 2. While toxic people need to be approached only after you've suited it in full hazmat gear, those who remain in our lives deserve to be loved unconditionally for who they are, imperfections and all, without conditions. If you've ever found yourself thinking, I'll love my husband if he takes out the trash. I'll love you if you go to the college I choose. I love you even more when you bring me gifts. Realize that kind of thinking is passive-aggressive, conditional love. It's love that depends on others doing what you want. You have put a price on it. This condition sets you up for disappointment by everyone. When you are never happy and no one can ever do anything for you, that makes you a pretty miserable person to be around. Instead, why not begin expressing words of empowerment, compassion, and appreciation? Express what kind of love to people you care about and watch them show you in ways you've never seen before. And then number 3, love will. Some people are enablers and don't even know it. They encourage or allow self-destruction behavior in others, like ignoring a teenager who's partying too much and overlooking the red flags of a husband who works late every night. Other women are helicopter moms, hovering and controlling their kids every moment, protecting them from every disappointment, and doing even the smallest tasks for them, just when kids should be learning new skills and maturing year by year. Although it comes from a nurturing place of a good heart, that's not loving well. While your protective instinct is strong, sometimes you just have to let people stand on their own, lose their way, fail. It's the only way that they'll learn to work through disappointment, overcome pain, and gain the confidence they need to be stronger, smarter, and a wiser person. Tomorrow is Monday, so I'll start chapter 19 on discipline, and I also am going to do my live video tomorrow, so check out the live video, and I'll talk about lots of ways you can use Thieves Household Cleaner for cleaning your house. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow, and you have a wonderful day. Ta-ta.